Okay, so let's proceed to the next question.
Okay.
This is from Nika. How do you handle
Mm-mm.
criticisms towards your culture?
Okay, now that's the sad thing that I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. For me, I would say I would explain it to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes people don't listen because they think that they know better than us, right? Especially Westerners. Like that's so that's
Your
they
phrase.
have like very different point of view than us. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, that is basically okay. Yeah. Now, what I'm so sad is sometimes our netizen, we call it netizens, yeah, like people who are
on the internet.
on the internet, and sometimes they just do crazy things like saying bad things, using fake accounts, and I think even though maybe what they are saying is true, but I think that is not a good way to represent our country, because people will think that, oh God, Indonesians are so harsh. No, actually we are not. We are so nice in real life, but on the internet it's gonna be like totally different. So I'm so sad. Yeah, like there are a lot of people who respond to criticisms that way. I remember that a while ago. So there was a chess, like popular chess YouTuber on the internet. His channel is Gotham Chess, and then he played a chess, online chess with somebody from Indonesia who is like an old man who uses like a very simple Samsung Android, and then so this Gotham Chess, he said that this man is cheating because of like the movements or the the way he plays. It's like a bot, like a bot in the application.
Yeah.
Even though this man won at the time, okay, and it turned out that from that accident, there were follow up problems that followed. Yeah, so and it resulted this man's account to be closed by the website because of I don't know, maybe I don't know who reported that. Yeah, it can be Gotham Chess or maybe his followers. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So after that, Indonesians were so angry and they attacked this man's channel until he made it private and he closed it for Indonesian IP address. Yeah. Yeah. And finally, an Indonesian YouTuber, like a very famous YouTuber named Deddy Corbuzier, he mediate, like, okay, he talked to this old man, and he talked to Gotham Chess, like to clarify both sides on separate episodes. Yeah. And then this Indonesian YouTuber also did he held a chess match, but not between this old man and Gotham Chess, but also not that one, but between this old man and an Indonesian pro player. Yeah, I think she was grandmaster. Yeah. So yeah. In the end, everybody was happy, and Gotham Chess opened his access again to Indonesians. But but what made me a bit sad is that a lot of people attacked, Gotham Chess, his girlfriend, him in his Instagram, his YouTube channel. So I think, for everybody who is listening to this, please, if you find those kind of people, just ignore them. I don't think they will really threaten your life in real life. Yeah, I mean, they will just say it like on the internet, but and sometimes those are people who are they don't represent us. Okay, there are a lot of nice and mature people in Indonesia, but sometimes kids in Indonesia, like, it's very easy for them to access the internet, to have smartphones. I believe there are a lot of I call it bocil. Like, small kids who like to play around and throw bad words to other people without thinking about the consequences.
Yeah. So for the next question, this is kinda interesting again, because this is about your culture.
That's okay.
And This is
Okay.
from Jessa. What do
Hi,
you
Jessa.
like most about your culture?
A lot, yeah. Let me see. uh, well, that's a different question, yeah. A difficult question because there are a lot, yeah. Like we can talk about language, we can talk about food, we can talk about hospitality, like I mentioned earlier. So I would say Indonesians are very nice, too nice sometimes, yeah. Because when we see foreigners, we always think that okay, foreigners, especially people with like white skin, like Westerners, we always think that okay, oh, you are so nice, no, so we have to treat you nicely. I think that's okay, but sometimes we don't know. Like sometimes there are people who who are kind of arrogant. I mean, tourists, yeah, okay, not all of them, just a few people. They are arrogant, or sometimes they don't behave nicely in Indonesia. So I would say that what I'm proud of is our hospitality, because we are nice to everyone, and we try to help you to the best that we can, yeah. And that's number one. Number two, maybe I would say what is it, yeah, language maybe.
So you love your language.
Yeah, because Indonesian language is very simple compared to English. Like even the Filipino, yeah, like you told me that you have those kind of tenses. We don't have tenses. So we just say makan for eat, yeah. So yesterday I would say makan, today I would say makan, tomorrow makan, like we makan.
Yeah, in Filipinos, in Filipino it keeps on changing depending on the tenses. Yeah, the tense.
Just like Arabic, maybe Arabic, and also of course English. Yeah.
English,
It's kind of troublesome sometimes because people are not aware of tenses. The tense changed, so they will just use like this word for all of the time. Yeah. But Indonesian, for Indonesian. Oh, by the way, I want to clarify something. Yeah. Okay. Many people, including Indonesians, they say bahasa. Actually, we translators, because I am a translator, we disagree because bahasa means language. Like bahasa Inggris, English language, bahasa Melayu, Malay language. So bahasa means language, and that's number one. Number two, the term bahasa is popular in Malay, like in Malaysia. So in international context, when you say bahasa, sometimes people will think, oh, you mean bahasa Melayu, bahasa Malaysia. So in Indonesia, actually the right term is Indonesian, or you can say bahasa Indonesia or Indonesian language. But like us translators, we don't say bahasa. People will get angry, translators, yeah, because bahasa, that means language. Well, which language are you talking about? Is it English, Mexican, Spanish? Which one? So the problem is many Indonesians, they are not aware of that. We can talk about it like for a long session, yeah. But what I learned is in the past, like people who occupied us, yeah, like people sometimes they don't want to recognize our language. That's part of the occupation, yeah. And they are sometimes lazy to say to mention Indonesian. They just want to make it simple for them just to say bahasa, and unfortunately many Indonesians accept that. So now many people will say bahasa, I speak bahasa, but it's not the right term. I myself, because I'm a teacher, if I see myself saying that, I will tell them, okay, no, don't say that. The right term is Indonesian language, or bahasa Indonesia.
Wow. So that's a lot of information for me, no?
Yeah.
So I also use bahasa. You're right. I also use bahasa.
I know that.
Yeah. It's kind of similar in the Philippines because a lot of foreigners and even Filipinos, they think that we have two national languages, that's English and Filipino, but they think that our national language is Tagalog, which is not. Our national language
That's
is
what I learned from my book in school.
Our national language is Filipino, which is based in Tagalog. Right.
There are two different languages.
The most what do you call this? The most dominant of vocabulary in Filipino is of course from Tagalog. That's why it's based in Tagalog. But Filipino has vocabularies in Spanish or in English.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So sometimes that's why in the Philippines you can hear some people speak Tagalog and English at the same time. Like they mix these English and Tagalog words in a sentence. Like when you want to say,
I see that all the time on YouTube. Like when
Yeah.
I see people from Philippine comment, they always mix the language.
yeah, they mix the words, the language, and you know what? There is no proper way to do it. Like you can switch any word with in any part
I
of the
see.
sentence.
Okay.
Like there is no standard way of doing it. Like this, you only have to use English when it's verb. You only have to use
that's
Filipino
difficult,
when
yeah.
it's noun. So there's no standard way of doing it. Like you can just do it anytime or however you want to do it. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's it. So that's kinda also similar to Bahasa, using Bahasa alone and not Bahasa Indonesia. So that's a lot of learning right now. So earlier you talked about your weather, which is you say that it's nicer in there because in the Philippines sometimes it can be very hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So-
didn't know that.
Yeah, since you have a nice weather, do you have summer and rainy season only?
Yes.
Yeah. So, which or what's the best time to visit your country?
Okay. We have certain months. Yeah. Like for example, in these certain months, it will rain a lot, and during the other months, it will be hot like most of the time. Unfortunately, I don't remember which months is which. That's because sometimes even if we wait for that, sometimes the weather can change like suddenly.
Yeah,
So-
right now.
I have no idea, yeah. But I think apart from the weather, maybe I would say I have no idea because to be honest, I don't really travel that much. You can come at any time. For the school, what I know is school starts around July. That means students will be focused on schools. So usually people like to travel before July, let's say around month or May, June. Yeah, May or June. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because to avoid school kids, hang on. Yeah, if you want to avoid school kids, make sure you go come here around July and August. Maybe in August we have celebration of Independence Day, so maybe you will see some kind of festivals. And of course, school kids will go out on the street if it's not during the pandemic to do some kind of parade. But if you want to avoid school kids, please come around July, okay? Or maybe when they are busy going to school.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we are in the last question. No, we have last two questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The question is from Nieva again. So my classmate in college. How does your family treat foreign guests? You've said you love hosting tourists, right? So how does your family treat foreign guests? Do you have any foreign guests before, right?
Yeah, I did.
How do you treat your foreign guests?
Okay. I remember there was someone from Tunisia who came to my office to teach, and I offered him to come to my house, to feel how we live here, how we Indonesians live here. So I took him to my house. We stayed there for a night, and in the morning I took him to take a walk around our rice fields because I live in a village. So I think the morning is the best time to show around, with the fresh air, with the sound of the birds, and there are not many people. You can see the sunrise, and we also cook for them our traditional food. So just to show us that so this is what we eat. But if you don't like spicy food, that's okay. You can separate the chilies. Chili sauce or the things that makes it spicy. And after that, I will take him to like the tourism spots around my place, because it is kind of hard for me if I take him like a bit far away to see like Bromo Mountain, for example. So I will just take him like around my neighborhood, which we have some kind of some nice spots actually. Like we have temples over here, like the old temples. We have two, and then because I live near Kampung English village, so I took him to go around English village. And a few years ago, I had a friend from the US. I took him to my house. At that time, I was living in Malang, not this city. So the same way. I took him to go around the forest because we had a forest nearby our house. And at that time, it was fasting month. So I took him to to grab some cassava, so to pull cassava, and then we cook that cassava for our breakfasting meal, and he kind of enjoyed that. So I took him to take the train because I don't think he had the chance to take the train, and he loved it.
In the Philippines, whenever we have guests or visitors at home, so like Filipinos, they keep their things, like our moms really love to keep things like the most beautiful plates, the best spoons, the forks, they keep it in the cabinet. We don't use it like every day, like we just use those spoons, those plates that are plastic, but those beautiful plates, we don't use it. The pillows that are beautiful, the blankets that are really good, we don't use it usually every day or every night. So whenever there are visitors, like we let them use those plates, those spoons, those pillows.
That's so beautiful, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay for us to
sleep. It's like you really respect really respect the guests, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I really want to go there.
Yeah, and I think it's very also common for Filipinos to, like, we are very curious about like a foreigner's culture. We are very curious about their country, so we keep on asking them.
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's just the same. Yeah, sometimes when we have foreigners here, we also ask them like many things. But unfortunately, because not everybody speaks English, so I will be that translator.
Like, and there's also one thing I think this is also very common to Filipinos. Like, whenever we have foreign friends or whenever we have foreign friends, like we update them. Like, for example, just like what I did to you earlier, I sent you a picture of my home quarantine clearance, and I told you that I'm in the city health office, right? Yeah. Whenever we have foreign friends, like, I think we really love to give them updates of where we are going, what we're doing at the moment.
Well,
that's very common.
We don't do that.
That's very common to Filipinos. Like, I see a video on TikTok and one foreigner said, like, is it only me, or is it really common in the Philippines? Like, my Filipino friends keep sending me pictures of where they are, what they are doing. Yeah, it's very common for Filipinos. I love doing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to do that. Like, let's just talk casually. Like, when you need something, you just do things, but you don't have to update me like all the time.
Yeah.
We don't do that now. We Indonesians don't do that.
Yeah, I think it has become a culture in the Philippines right now. Like, online.
That's nice to know that.
Yeah. So when you have Filipino friends, more Filipino friends in the future, like, I'm sure they're gonna be doing that same thing to you.
Okay.
Okay, so for the last question, like, this is from Flori Jane.
Okay.
So she asks, do you have a Filipino friend? How do you find him or her? Like, I told him, I think I'm the only Filipino friend that he has.
That's true.
But he said, sir, you have to ask him.
No, that would be my answer, because like I told you before, you are, I think, my very first Filipino friend. We met in Instagram, in IT's Instagram. Like, I was kind of shocked actually, like, oh, we have somebody from Philippines. Wow, I'm so excited. Like, because I know that people speak English like quite commonly in the Philippines, so that's why I was like, okay, I'd like to know, this guy must be an English teacher. I was pretty sure at that time. This, because there's no way somebody who is not interested in teaching or is not an English teacher would be interested to join us. Like it's like cross culture, like a different country. But so yeah, and my guess was right. Like you are an English teacher, and I'm so happy to be able to share like many things with you. Like I can learn many things from you. Like this is a great opportunity to know like our neighbors from the different perspective about the Philippines. I think it's like a great opportunity. And I'd love to have more friends from the Philippines.
Soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining me.
Thank
for
you,
accepting
Mas
my invitation.
Melvin.
Yeah.
Mas is like Kak, yeah, brother. Mas is actually a Japanese term, but I think it's widely used in Indonesia. So Mas Melvin, terima kasih. Like thank you very much for having this. For doing this session. Yeah. I feel so honored because the questions. Thank you very much, guys, for asking me those beautiful and nice questions. Yeah, I imagine that I would get like some kind of weird or crazy questions, but those questions are really really nice. Yeah, I'm so happy to be able to answer those questions, and I. Like personally, I'd love to meet the people who ask those questions. Like personally, I believe they are nice people. So yeah, thank you
I'm gonna
guys, and thank you, Melvin.
I am going to send to them the link of my video so that they will be able to watch.
Okay.
And I think I can ask them to write a comment about the video. So you can reply in the comment section and meet them.
I will.
Yeah. And also, terima kasih banyak. So thank you so much for joining me also. Thank you so much for sharing your culture, sharing the things about your country. So.
And I'd love to do the same thing about you guys. Just give me some time to collect the questions first from my friends here.
Sure. That's not a problem. Okay. So guys, you can subscribe to our channel. So you can subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be putting the link in the description box or in the comment section.
Please do it, guys.
Yeah. So my channel, Melvin Cabasag. So please do subscribe. And also Danny's channel, it's Danz English, right? And then there's the other channel, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you can invite them to subscribe.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Let's do it. Yeah.
You can invite my Filipino subscribers to subscribe to your channel also.
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. See you again in our next episode. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah, finally.
Sampai jumpa.
Yeah.